So guys, here's my Frankenstein wheelbarrow. It's so easy to make, taking two wheelbarrows that are broken and making one whole one from two different brands. You'll see, I'll show you how easy it was with this video. Disclaimer, it took me a few days.
So my dog Dozer decided to come and give me a hand with these two wheelbarrows, combining them into one. Aren't they pretty wheelbarrows? Well, the audio on this recording didn't turn out, so I'm going to add some now. I bought both these wheelbarrows for a combined total of $20. Now this wheelbarrow over here has a good bucket, but the wheel comes with a special feature. It's called a wobble, so that wheel's no good. Now on the other one I have a really nice metal handle, while on this one there is a wood handle. And well, I want to put the best wheelbarrow handle on of course the best bucket. And then I'll put the best wheel on the best bucket wheelbarrow. So that's kind of the overall idea of how this project will go. Let's just see and hope it turns out great. So the first step of this whole project, can I even get that out of my mouth right? Well, is to disassemble this wheelbarrow, which is easier said than done because, well, everything was like severely rusted up. And yes, you can try putting penetrating oil and all that type of stuff, but well, hey, I'm just trying to get this done fast. So I'm grinding the heads off the bolts on the wheelbarrow, which do create a problem later on because, well, I do end up trying to reuse these bolts. Can you see a possible problem there? So cutting the bolts off from the top is not easy, so I cut them off from the bottom and then just pounded them through. Now I can just yank off the handles and the support and the wheel and everything, and well, they come off. So now I'm just gonna not think through the next action and just chuck it off to the side. Yeah, I am going to have to reuse some of the parts, but just throw them, I'm sure they'll be fine. So now that the wheelbarrow is apart, it's time to sand it and prep it for welding and painting. And now I'm just doing a test fit between the barrel from the one wheelbarrow and the handles and wheels and everything from the other wheelbarrow. And well, they look kind of like they're meant to be together.
I don't have replacement bolts on the old bolts. So this is the one that was on the plastic wheelbarrow body that was broken. This is on the metal one. This one's close to long enough, but you see this head. So I'm probably just gonna cut this head off, weld this up, try to clean off this thread so I can use the nut on it again. Well, let's see how that goes. So what I'm gonna do is take this old shelf, pound over the sides, clean up the edges, sand them or whatever, weld it around. Maybe I'll drill a few holes in it so I can, strategically so I can tack it on as well, just to make everything hold together better.
So the easiest thing I found with thin metal or sheet metal and stuff, if you're gonna bend it, just put it in your wood vise and straighten it up that way. Just clamp it on the edge and then use the leverage of the piece of metal itself to straighten it out. And then when you have it pretty straight, just finish clamping it down so the vise just smashes as much as possible what is left of that seam from the previously bent piece of metal. As you can see, it's not perfect. If I was gonna spend more time, I could put it on a piece of flat metal and then just pound it more into shape, but again, that was a little more work than I was looking for at this time. Now here's a clip of me working real time as I'm clamping the sheet metal down and cutting it. I do actually move that fast, as you can see. That's just really how fast I work. Now just the steps of finishing flattening.
So this is day 2 on the wheelbarrow strengthening rebuild, combining 2 wheelbarrows into one. And well, I had to stop last night because it got too dark, and I knew I should stop earlier because I was knowing I was going to make some stupid mistakes. The first of the stupid mistakes is I just laid these flat on the ground, and I welded these, and they're not perfectly straight, especially this one. And well, I just blame it on that I was laying it on the ground and it was too dark. But yeah, so I'm going to grind off these welds to make them fit better through the holes, so I can use them versus buying new bolts, because I didn't want that extra additive. I didn't want that added extra expense of buying new bolts for that. Then the second one, which is even stupider, this one's like really stupid. I was trying to cut off the extra metal off this side. The only problem was there's now a slit, a cut right there. I'm gonna have to try patching that up too. I just love creating myself more work, don't I? So basically the current plan is this does make it a lot stronger, so I can literally turn this upside down and stand on this. Do a little bit more welding in here, because when I was trying to do these welds, I couldn't even see. It was too dark. So it was just only when it actually hit the metal and started creating glow could I actually see what I was welding. So again, not the best plan. It was an awesome plan. So I'm going to grind that down, possibly put a little bit of metal, flatter metal than this, but on top of it. Then measure out the holes for the handle and re-drill them, and hopefully have a very strong wheelbarrow bed for Ruth to use in her garden.
Now I don't use my own advice there, I don't reinforce the holes, but I do weld it around the outside and do fill in the holes with welds. And then I have to do that over and over a few times.
Apparently I had 2 old buckets of this Bondo fiberglass stuff. Let's see if it still works. I think it's like 5 years old or more. Wooey! That's not mixed right. Maybe the hardener will be the problem.
Again, here I'm working in real time as I mix up the Bondo and just kind of smooth out the sides. Don't do a perfect job, but it gets the job done and kind of keeps a little bit of the excess water out from the cracks, because I didn't spend the time to finish filling all the gaps with weld, which would have been what would have been ideal, but again, a little more work. And now I'm off to painting the barrel inside. My wife actually paints the outside for me later.
Paint fumes. Ugh. Yeah, I don't necessarily smell good.
Now I'm going to attempt to locate where the holes should be put for the new handles, or I should say the new old handles. This is going to be good. You'll see.
I wonder if this is the right way or is this the right way? I don't know, either way the spacing's right.
Great start, Self. Oh boy. Yeah, as you can see, I totally know what I'm doing here. And, well, yeah. Doesn't exactly work perfectly later on, and you will see what I mean. But I'm kind of just getting the rough idea of where the holes go, kind of measuring and transferring the holes, and well, using very precise and accurate measuring methods, i.e. I'm holding up a piece of plastic and just marking it with Sharpie and hoping for the best. And now, after drilling the holes, I'm testing the results and trying to anchor everything together, and that goes awesome.
Yeah, because I'm moving the handles closer together from the original wheelbarrow. The holes don't line up as a result, because as they move closer together, the holes on these end up getting too close. So I guess I'm welding up some holes again and re-drilling them. I thought this was going to be an easy project.
Yeah, past Self, that made total sense. Well, eventually, after a bunch of drilling and fixing wrong measurements and everything like that, eventually I get it together. And, well, you can see the results here.
I'm still filming.
The paint job on the bottom looks lovely. But the paint job inside, I'm not so sure about it.
Hold on there, that's my paint job on the inside.
You're knocking my paint job?
I painted the outside. Oh, you scraped it.
I did.
Oh,
Sorry.
My paint job.
There's gonna need to be some touch up on the wheelbarrow.
There's so much that stuff from the tree, the pollen.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Well, we'll have to spray it again.
Yep. But now you have a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, thanks.
So here's my Frankenstein wheelbarrow right here, Gozer. What do you think? What, you think they're going to catch on? It took me multiple days. You think they're going to catch on? It took me multiple days? I don't think so. I think they'll think it came together very easily and very quickly. Don't you think? I think, this looks, this was so easy. All the holes and everything lined up perfectly. And then it came together so perfectly from two wheelbarrows from two completely different brands. You don't think they'll believe me?
Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and share and comment. Would love to hear from you guys in this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.